The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union has finally had a legal matter challenging the newly elected executive disposed of in the High Court. Lawyer representing the credit union, Senior Counsel Roysdale Forde, said that the disposal marks the end of a long road.
It started over a year ago, starting with the suspension and removal of Mr. Benn and the then Committee of Management and a number of persons who supported him, coming all the way through to a number of court challenges. Yesterday, the court ruled that the elections must be presumed to be valid, and Mr. Benn and his team, who would have been elected a few weeks ago, at the beginning of March last month, that they constitute a new and valid committee of management and they must be allowed to assume the office.
The interim management committee had challenged the elections. The members deemed the elections to be unconstitutional. The interim committee then proceeded to block the new committee from acceding to office. The Chief Cooperative Development Officer had intervened to challenge the validity of the elections.
The Chief Cooperative Development Officer has no authority to prevent persons elected from assuming those offices. I believe that Mr. Benn and his team, they are currently proceeding to take up their office or offices and to commence the management of the organization.
Forde has been the counsel in other matters involving the government. One issue was the dual citizenship of Minister Onish Walron.
That was one of the early cases post-2020 in which we had to go to court to defend the Constitution and to preserve it. That was a very sad situation where Ms. Waldron basically swore in the National Assembly that she was not a dual citizen. It only emerged in the process of the litigation, and the court ruled that she was not and could not have validly been appointed to the National Assembly at that time. So that was a very important case in setting the parameters for the commencement of this parliamentary sitting.
Then there was the issue of the parliamentary secretaries.
We had a situation here where those two parliamentary secretaries contested the elections as candidates on the PPP's list, and they were not extracted to be among the 33 members in relation to the seats allocated to the PPP. But nevertheless, the president proceeded, the finale proceeded, and the PPP proceeded to appoint them as members of the National Assembly. So we had to go to court to deal with that because there was established precedent that they could not be on the list and be appointed in the manner in which they were.
Forde said that the challenge was vindicated in the High Court.